阿文阳
，Hi。
今天呢，你参加了基尔世界经济研究所、哥廷根大学，还有 CEPR Center for Economic Policy Research， 你参加了3个学术机构主办的一个学术活动，主题是关于China in the Global Economy。那你参加了2天活动以后，你是什么感想
？I think it's very interesting, all the topics, and also very technical, methodologically rigorous. However, I think the political aspect and especially the geopolitical aspect are being overlooked. And also the human-centered kind of approach, because when I do approach to my studies, I really focus on the people. I think that the stories and the everyday life, everyday practices of people are kind of missed in the big pictures. You know, so I think that in the future it will be nicer that we can actually look at the concrete everyday life of people, how they live their life, how they are being impacted by the global restructuring of economy, effect of geopolitics. Yeah, I think that we should really bring the people at the center.
I think your perspective is unique, but I would like to emphasize that the participants are economists. Probably they don't have the knowledge of geopolitics.
I think nowadays the economic discipline becomes more and more specialized. You can look at, for example, more traditionally, the economic sociology, economic anthropology. The traditional economists, they're looking at the people's life. I think that's very important. So then I think that we should not only constrain with a certain methodology, especially in the current restructuring of the rapid transformations of the global economy. We should really have a methodologically open approach to see what are the challenges that people are facing every day. What they struggle with, what's the meaning, why we need to kind of remake our life, especially for the young people. Also, the psychological dimension are not being discussed. I think that economy are also connected to psychology. I think I'm very impressed by the richness of the databases and the rigorous methodology that people apply. I think it's very exciting to study all this diverse topic in a scientific way. But however, as I mentioned earlier, we need to show the concern for the people. I think economics should show that empathy to that massive suffering of the people that are facing now, especially the young generation. I think that should be a key topic. I hope in the next year, the struggle of the young people should be brought on the table.
So you mean the researchers should inject the spirit of humanity into their economic research?
Yeah, you can say that, and also the pressing issue, because I think that now the global economy is restructuring, right? So many existing theories might not be able, or might even not applicable to the changing world order. Yeah, so we don't know, it's very uncertain. So then we need to do more grounded research.
I appreciate your insights. Most scholars for this conference are economists. They focus on economic matters. This is not surprising for me. But actually they have also talked about geopolitics. Like yesterday, the last panel discussion, they have mostly talked about geopolitical issues. But for me, their discussion is very superficial. Do you have a similar impression?
I think also this, each has maybe 15 minutes to talk about their paper. I think they're also constrained by the time. But I think, as I said it again and again, so economic is closely linked to society, values, especially what kind of society we want to build. So economic theory are not neutral. Often we think, economic theory, they are neutral, they're scientific, but actually the theory in itself can create also the outcome, thus generate not only economic impact, but social impact. So economic, society, and politics, they all kind of entangle. And then together they interact, they might even bring culture transformation. So the values, they can also impact value. So as I said, that maybe we need to look at for more complexity. Why? So what I mean is that usually in the mainstream economics, we only look at the economic sphere. But now I think we need to look at different spheres interacting. Politics, politics interacting with economic interacting with science, economic interacting with everyday practices. So how people live their life,
Yeah.
So it's not isolated. So we need more holistic view. AI is really interdisciplinary. It has all kind of multifaceted effects.